will begin with an overview of this presentation. We will start by explaining the different accounting software possibilities, which are Akamba X, Sage 50C, and Wave Accounting. Then we will go on with the analysis of Mr. Smith's needs for his business. Then we will tell you more about our recommendation, how to set up the different components of the specific software we recommend to Mr. Smith, and then we will tell you more also about how to implement that specific system. We will then finish this presentation with a short conclusion. So we have selected three different accounting software options. The first one is Sage 50C, the second one is Akamba X, and the third one is Wave Accounting. For Sage 50C, there's a lot of possibilities, such as track income and manage expenses, pay bills and invoice customers, and also manage vendors and purchases. The benefit of this software is that it's a connected application with the cloud, so it gives you the opportunity to work on the go. For Akamba X, the possibilities are to create accounting transactions, to invoice and receive payments, and also to enter products and suppliers. The benefit of this software is that it's an intuitive visual experience that makes it easier for experienced users in order to find their way on the software, and also it helps new users rapidly develop an effective work method. For web accounting, the possibilities are fast setup with no training required, unlimited bank and credit card connections, and also unlimited income and expense tracking. The benefit of this software is that it's user-friendly and also it's a free software. So we have made an analysis for Mr. Smith needs for his business, and in fact, he's not involved in it anymore, but he still wants it to grow. So he wants to use the modular management accounting information system, since he wants to allow his associates to enter sales and receivable information only, and for his accountant to enter account payable, general ledger, and also other information. He wants to be able to calculate discounts for one-time suppliers, and he also wants to use the payroll module and to use an accrual basis management system. He wants to do daily backups and also to use the foreign currency feature, since he may be exporting in the United States in a near future. He wants to use the daily business manager, and also he wants to print a check on his own checks form. According to the needs of Mr. Smith for his business mentioned previously in the PowerPoint, the best suited software for Eagle Bikes is Sage 50. In fact, it's the perfect software for a small company, and it still offers space for expansion. However, this software has some limitations. The first one is that the home page can become easily cluttered and imposing if the user doesn't know how to customize it. It can be hard also to set up the different areas, such as chart of accounts, customers, and vendors, for example, if the user doesn't have an accounting background. It can be also difficult to navigate through that specific software, since it has a hard infrastructure, and the option to have limited users is not possible with Sage 50.
Sage 50 is a very complete and intuitive accounting software that allows the user to easily set up a new or existing company. The steps to implement a company on Sage 50 are really easy to follow, even if it might seem like there are a lot. When looking at the steps of implementation, we must remember that this process is done only once in order to get the company file up and running. And once it is done, the use of the accounting software saves a lot of time and money to the company using it. Let us look at the different steps of implementation using Sage 50. First of all, we will open the Sage 50 accounting software, and we will then select Create a new company. This will open a window called New Company Setup, where we will enter the information on the company. First, the name of the company, its complete address, phone number, and fax. Then we must enter the company's year start and year end. In our case, the year start is January 1st and the year end is December 31st. We'll then click next to go to the next step. For the chart of accounts, we'll choose to let me build the list of accounts myself after the company is created, because we don't want the list of accounts that already exist to be modified. In this case, our industry type is retail. Finally, we will save our file in the desired file location, and we will click next and then finish to have Sage 50 Accounting set up the files for the company. Once our company is created, we'll go and make sure that our information are correctly entered. We'll go to Setup, Settings, Company, and Information. And here we have all the information we entered at the beginning. And here we can add our business number, and the industry type is retail as we already selected it. We'll go and click OK to confirm that our informations are correctly entered. Since this is the option we selected at the beginning of the setup of the company, we need to set up our chart of account. To do so, we'll have to enter the company module, double-click the chart of accounts icon, and click here on the little book that says Create. And we'll enter our account number, the name of the account. It would be a group account. In the class option, we'll have to select the class of our account. And here we'll have to enter the current balance in the account tab. And we'll do save and close. Here I haven't created one, so I'll just cancel. And here we have all the accounts that we have created, as we can see in the most recent trial balance of your company. Also, we'll have to set up a few other modules, such as the supplier and purchases module, customers and sales module, and inventory and services modules, in which we can enter our existing suppliers, existing customers, and the inventory on hand that we have. We can also enter historical transactions for customers and suppliers so that we are up to date in our software with what we owe to supplier and what customers owe to us. Finally, to get our system ready to make new transactions, we'll have to set our modules to ready. To do so, we'll have to click on History, finish entering history. We'll have this warning message saying that this action cannot be reversed. We can make a backup to make sure that our past information is not lost, and we'll click on Proceed. So our software is now able to make new transactions such as sales or purchases. One of the great things about Sage 50 is its support tools. They offer a variety of them on their webpage named Sage University, where all of the tools for their various products can be found. So when we enter the website of Sage, we can click on Support here and we arrive in the Sage Support Central. You can choose the product. Here we will choose Sage 50 Cloud, and you will have the 4 categories of help they offer. This is the Learn tab, where we can have courses in Sage University that offers courses for companies that want their employees to be better with Sage and take the maximum that Sage 50 can offer for their company. Some of the courses are free, others we have to pay a fee to enter them. However, for a company to invest into training for their employees, it is always a good investment, and the courses are worth the price. Finally, if a problem occurs with your system, you can click on the Contact tab, which will open the online support page. You will select the country where you are and the product that it concerns. In our case, it's Sage 50 Accounting. And here you can ask a Sage representative or connect with a Sage expert if you have a more specific problem.
To conclude, Sage 50 could really help Mr. Smith grow his business. In fact, this software is perfectly suited for a small company like Eagle Bikes while still offering plenty of space for business to grow in size and in covered market.